Gentlemen, welcome back to my living room here in Tallahassee, Florida, in the United States. I'm going to do another league update here, quickly cover over a couple of teams that are announcing some signings today. I've got a screen on my left and a screen on my right to help me with some of the data. So if that's some of the glare you see on my glasses, forgive me for that. So, as you know, yesterday we announced a couple of teams. Aston Villa and Arsenal had a lot of feedback from a lot of players that were pretty excited about where they were going. And today we're going to announce Chelsea and Everton. And this video is going to be quick. I'm going to try to keep it under 5 minutes. I'll try to keep most of the videos shorter. It was just the first video yesterday, so we had a lot to kind of chat about. And thank you for the feedback on that video. So let's start with Chelsea. And I haven't posted the update on the site yet, the post that's going to cover both of these, because I'd like to use the video before we actually do the post. So Chelsea, what can I say? John Nelson is going to be overseeing Chelsea. Nelson was overseeing Dundalk in the Irish League. So Chelsea, they had a pretty decent initial signing day. But, you know, guys, let's be honest. Chelsea is like a ritzy area of London, okay? And these high-end, high-life living fans are going to expect more from manager John Nelson. Now, while they had a decent day, it's Chelsea, guys. I mean, Chelsea is one of the top teams in England, and the fans over there, they're going to expect high-quality players and high-quality action on the pitch. Now, here's some good news. Jordi Armenta. We all know Jordi Armenta. Jordi Armenta is a beast. He's a high-potential midfielder from Mexico. They snagged him. Chelsea snagged him. That's a huge get for the team. The dude has a knack for sneaking into the box and putting balls away from the midfield. He's fantastic. High potential guy. He's going to do great things in Chelsea. Okay? I'd take that dude any day of the week. They also signed one of the world's top Australian players, and we all know who that is. Blake Coltman Down. Huge bonus here. Blake Coltman Down has the sweetest mullet this side of Billy Ray Cyrus. And for you guys who may not know who Billy Ray Cyrus is, Miley Cyrus's father. Us Americans are very familiar with him. If you're not familiar with him, Google him and check out that sweet mullet. That's what Blake Coltman Down is rocking, okay? The cool thing is, with Blake Coltman Down, when that sweet mullet, I mean, can you imagine him walking those streets of Chelsea? Could you imagine him going in and out of those high-end ritzy shops? I mean, it's going to be fantastic people watching, all right? The dude is pacey. The dude is stylish. I mean, what more can you expect from an eccentric left back? I mean, the dude's like the next Hector Bellerin. And if you're not an Arsenal fan or you don't know who Hector is, I mean, check out Hector. One of the fastest guys in the league and definitely one of the most stylish guys in the league. Okay, so the Blues also landed Jack Lorryman. Now, Lorryman's this fancy dribbler from Scotland. Okay, rumor has it, though, is that Lorryman really wanted to play for Liverpool with Zygmunt Patterson. But it didn't happen. And that's okay, because that's luckily for Chelsea. Lorryman's going to be a good player in this league. He's a great dribbler. He has great vision. He's really going to help the Blues in the middle of the field. Here's the downside. And I don't even want to call it a downside because that sounds like it has a negative connotation. But Chelsea did sign some unknown players. Marky Gardner is an English center back. Well, he inked with the Blues, as did Oscar Imazuski. Now, the difference between Gardner and Imazuski is that Imazuski actually hopped onto Sligo during their cup run and helped them win that cup. But for the most part, both of these guys are pretty unproven in the Scottish League or in the Irish League. So, in the end, we don't know what we're going to get from these guys. So the Chelsea fans are already starting to chirp a little bit like, who are these guys? I mean, we're Chelsea. We're supposed to be the top team in the league or one of the top teams in the league. These guys, I think, are going to be okay. I see them on the site a lot. I've talked to them a couple of times. I think they're going to be okay, and I think Chelsea will be well served. But in the end, Chelsea only signed 5 guys. 5. I mean, this is one of the most popular teams in England, and they only inked 5 dudes during the first signing bunch. And I think they had, it looked like 15, or they had 13 letters of intent, but only got 4 of them. They missed out on some really good players here. Corey Bamber, they missed out on Tom Lawson, they missed out on Mateo Marin and Brian Steinhauer and John Miller and Landon Hardiman. All of those guys they missed out on. But they did snag a couple of guys, like I mentioned, Jordy Armenta and Blake Coleman down. So they got a B grade out of the 5 signings. Expecting a little bit more from Nelson and Chelsea over the next couple weeks and signing a couple players. Now let's move on to Everton. Everton started out hot on the very beginning morning on signing day. I mean, they snagged Ryan Amplet. Amplet was a focal point in that Cork City attack. He jumped in kind of mid-season, but was immediately impacting the game, scored a couple of quick goals in that short stint there. I really like this guy, and I think he's going to do well for the Toffees. So watch out for Amplet up top for the Toffees in the academy. They also inked David Van Straten. Van Straten is a high-potential winger who played in that formidable front line with Derry. If you remember, it was Steinhauer on one side, Van Straten on the other, and Chapman in the middle, and they scored a boatload of goals. Now, if Van Straten can learn how to cross and get his crosses in there better, look out. I think the kid's going to be dangerous. He's already pacey, and I think he's just going to get faster. Continuing their focus on attack, the Toffees also signed Leo Smith, who's one of the few guys that scored both in the league and in the cup. So the guy's already got a lot of prowess behind him, and a lot of people have already been looking at Leo. And luckily for the Toffees, they were able to snag Leo. He's going to be dangerous in the midfield. So rounding out their signings was a newcomer on the pitch, Kyle McGrath. Now, we don't know much about this youngster. He jumped into Derry at the last second. He made a couple of great plays. He seems like he has good vision. I mean, Derry saw something in him, and now Everton sees something in him. So I can't really argue with that. Is he going to be a high potential CDM? Well, really only time will tell. Now, overall, there was a lot of interest in Everton. They received over 15 letters of intent. But the downside, guys, is they only signed 4 players. 15 letters of intent and 4 players. They also missed out on a couple of really, really decent dudes. I mean, they missed out on Horvath. They missed out on Clendenin. They missed out on Dornbosch. I mean, Dornbosch is a great scorer for St. Pat's. They also missed out on Damaso Rosales and Thomas Welsh-Perry. So they missed out on some players, but they did happen to sign 4 guys. And again, Everton's one of those teams that I had a little bit of a concern about in the beginning, whether or not they'd get enough letters of intent to actually field the team. And they did. They got 15 letters of intent, which is pretty huge. But over the next couple of weeks, Everton and Van Straten are going to have to step up and get a lot more players if they're going to focus on winning and taking home some Academy Cups. So in the end, 9 guys signed today. It's not a lot compared to what we had yesterday, and it's definitely not a lot to what we have compared with coming up in the next few days. Both of these teams need more letters of intent, guys. So if you're watching this video and you're one of those guys that haven't sent in your preferences of who you'd like to play for, please do so. It takes just a few seconds. Put a couple of teams down and really do consider Chelsea and Everton. Chelsea and Everton definitely need some players, as does Aston Villa, and as will a couple of other teams that are coming up. But definitely, if you're considering Chelsea and considering Everton, please reply to one of the posts. Send me a Facebook message, whatever you need to do, because I'm going to try to get these guys some more players. I'm still shocked, though, guys, that Chelsea, such a popular team in England, only had 13 letters of intent. I mean, that's really shocking. And, you know, they had less than Everton. I mean, they had less than Aston Villa. That's shocking to me. But anyway, don't want to spend too much time on this one. I want to make sure you guys got the latest nitty-gritty from the league. And I appreciate you guys spending the time to watch. And I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll start working on the next set of signings. And I'm signing off from now. Be safe, guys.